The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake our home. We retake. I am one.
Good evening everybody and welcome back. This is the BTL EU Valhalla Division Season 4. My name's Linglad, and this week what I have in store for you is Team HTT going up against Team CSO. So, looks like we're actually ready to hop right into this one. This player's not mucking about today. In the normal format of best of 5 all kill format, we've got 4 pros from each team heading up against each other with the maps already set. So let me get us into this first game on Glittering Ashes, spawning in the bottom left hand corner with green Terran SCVs for Team CSO. It's Acheron. And in the top right hand corner, the orange Protoss probes for Team HTT. It's Art. Wannabe Art. Yeah, so like I said, in this format we have the maps that are pre-picked. There's a best of 5, so we can have the teams go to a game 5, which will be an ace match decider. There's 4 players on each side and 4 set maps. If we go 2-2, the 5th map gets played by a nominated player from either team. So yeah, let's see what this game has in store for us. We've got a probe heading across the map here for Wannabe Art. Probably going to look to block the CC as Akron building all these buildings in the base like normal, so to be expected. No proxies in the first map of this. This format, this probe not going to try block the CC. He's going to get a timing there, or he's going to come in and block the CC just in time. Oh, Akron doing a pretty good job of trapping that probe, and that probe's low HP, so I'm going to have to turn around and head home. SCV of Akron's though, heading up into the main basin. Probably just going to count pylons and see if anything's missing. Speaking of missing pylons, this damaged probe looks like it's definitely going to proxy something in the south side of the map here, so Wannabe Art looking to be a little bit cheeky. I do wonder what this proxy is going to be for, as factory's going to finish up, or finishing up here, about halfway done for Akron. Reactor is going to build 2 Marines at a time. This is going to be a proxy gateway, so it's going to get some fast warp-ins on the south side of the map, your Akron side of the map. Back home, Art still throwing down extra gateway, so no Stargate just yet. Was a stalker opener, so 2 stalkers both positioned here at home, and more stalkers on the way. Templar archives only starting now, as I think Akron's almost expecting a adept to shade in, and yeah, not going to see any of that, so should know something's a little bit off of the meta, but yeah, nothing aggressive or too cheeky heading his way now. Wannabe Art is going to move out with 6 stalkers, so looking to be a little bit aggressive. Gonna poke around at the front and see what he can get done. Both players just building up their work accounts, supplies dead on. As these stalkers are going to meet up with some reinforcements from their proxy pylon, and let's see if Akron's ready for this. Medevac's going to head out to some widow mines, I believe, and yeah, these stalkers are going to target fire down this bunker, and oh, they just got to get the bunker. SCVs and Marines now being pulled, everything being evacuated from the low ground, so Akron might, worried about losing that CC. Quite a few stalkers yet. Take down a couple of these supply depots. This medevac's going to boost into the mineral line, and I'm not sure if Wannabe Art is paying attention, so he's going to see these widow mines burrow. Some friendly fire hitting that medevac, and yeah, is the medevac going to get out? Medevac's going to get out, unfortunately. Oh, the widow mines? Maybe not. There's no armory just yet, so these widow mines, even if they were to burrow, they wouldn't be cloaked, so yeah, Akron just going to split them up and take a little bit more of Art's time here. Art's doing a pretty good job of getting Akron down onto one base. Akron sort of staying at home, doesn't know if those stalkers are still in his natural. Raven is heading up to the north side of the map, so I'm going to do a little bit of auto turret harassment in those mineral lines. Hopefully Akron can then break out of this contain and get his second base online. Robo facility done and charge starting up now from that Templar archive. So Art expanding behind this as well. So this isn't a really committed attack, but definitely enough stalkers here to be that need to be respected. 15 stalkers in total. Yep. The auto turret harassment getting 2 probes, so at least getting something for his troubles. The medevac's making its way back home from the top corner, and he's going to spot where this proxy gateway is, so Akron now well aware of where the reinforcements will be coming from. As it's got a pretty decent sized bioforce here that's going to be able to break out this containment. Yep, Art looks like he's going to be heading back home. Currently up 11 workers, so he's in a pretty decent position. Nope, stalkers have turned around, they're coming back. The tank on the high ground in a really good position. Oh. Akron loses the SCV building the bunker, cancels it immediately, not to lose any minerals there, only the 25 that you lose when you cancel the construction, but this observer is gonna sneak in here and we'll see if Akron notices the slight little shimmy of something invisible. Another auto turret in the main base this time, getting 3 more probes, so at least something. Yeah, Akron did notice the observer shimmy there, and he's now finally saturating his natural base, so yeah, Akron gonna come clean out this proxy pylon on the south side of the map, and gateway and pylon on his side, so Art now knowing that Akron's moved out and could be moving across the map, decides he's going to come across and pull the trigger. There's quite a sizable army here for Art, and only 2 tanks on the side of Akron. Oof. Good stim there, picks off a zealot, and yeah, Akron gonna back away, back home. 2 tanks now with no more in production. Concussive shells about a third of the way done. A hallucinated Phoenix is going to alert Art that Akron's position near the front of his basin. Yeah, 1 scouting marine. Just the early warning marine in case Art does decide to pull the trigger and come back up. But I mean, both players in a pretty decent position here. Robotics bay on the way, so probably going to see some disruptors pretty soon. As a double drop here from Akron is going to come in, and I mean that shot in the pylon sort of alerts Art to Akron's presence here, but he's going to pick up and get out of there. 6 probes do go down. Another observer here of Art around the natural base, so he's going to see that Akron's just salvaged that bunker, and does he see it? Yeah, he would have seen, and he sees that Akron's pulling the boy, so Art should be well aware of the attack heading his way. The scouting pylon here is gonna give him a little bit of an early warning system. Akron looking to hit before some real tech units show up here. A couple of Archons near the front, so I'm gonna do a good job at tanking, and I don't think Akron can take this far. Oh, some Liberators join in here. They do set up liberation zones, which are going to keep the stalkers a bit busy, give this Bioforce a bit of time to deal with all these charge lots, but a few Archons in the mix here, and I think Art's got enough to turn Akron back. This Bioforce is quite heavily stim, most of it sitting in the orange at the moment, so wouldn't mind not able to get it shot off. A couple of force fields do buy Art a bit of time. This Bioforce of Akron is actually quite orange, and yeah, this double medevac drop that hit the natural expansion of Art joining in here, and quite a serious Bioforce here. No more tanks left. 19 Marauders, 30 Marines. 5 medevacs, so Akron pulling a couple more boys. He's really looking to get the damage done here. Another probe about to do a scouting pylon and gonna give Art the early warning there. Akron with a serious amount of DPS in this army. Woodamant's gonna move forward. Burrow doesn't manage to fire just yet. Some really good force fields keeping Akron back, buying Art a little bit more time to warp in a couple more units. First disruptor on the way now, so Akron, Art with such a great concave at the top of the rank. Akron stimming forward, microing really well, but the two Colossus putting in so much work here. Shield battery overcharge also gets activated here, and I think Akron just doesn't have enough to break this position. And yeah, GG gets called. Wow, what a series that was, what a game that was. Art taking the first map for Team HTT, so very, very nicely done. Very nicely done there, and Team HTT getting the first point on the board. Our next map is going to be 2000 atmospheres. It's going to be Replicant going up against Trifax. So that's gonna be pretty good. I think that's gonna be a TVZ. I think Replicant is a Terran player, so we will get our first TVZ of the evening. The other maps will be Young Yakov vs Shameless. And Rhyme vs Moonbeam. Okay, as we wait for the other players to host the lobby and ready up, I'm going to throw us into a quick break while we wait for the next game, and yeah, stay tuned, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
This one time. The void hungers.
As I said, it will be a short break, and stay tuned because 20-30 seconds and we're back into our next map, which is going to be, as I said, our first TVZ of the evening. Trifax vs Replicant, so looks like we're ready to kick this one off. And spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 atmospheres with the red Terran SCVs playing for HTT, it's Replicant. And in the bottom left with the blue Zerg drones for Team CSO, it's Trifax. So far so good. Everything as is normal, I guess you could say normal. 16 hatch Probably 18 gas, 17 pool on the side of Trifax. Replicant building his first barracks at home, so pretty good. Pretty good stuff so far. Let's have a look and see if it's going to be a Reaper. Yeah, it's going to be a Reaper first. Not skipping the Reaper and going straight for a reactor. These OVs of Trifax are just going to scout around and see that there are no proxies here on the side of Replicant. This scouting SCV is just going to check the hatchery timing and hover around this third base, stop this horizontal base from being taken. But Trifax instead is going to opt to go for the more triangle positioned base. And the standard Zergling Reaper micro that we've come to know and love from TVZs happening here as the Queen's about to pop. Queen pops out and yeah, he's gonna force that Reaper away. One Marine is gonna start to work its way through the HP of this Overlord, and is there a bit of high ground here for the OV to hard on? Apparently not, and is this Marine actually gonna get a kill of this OV?
Game paused.
Oh.
Game resumed.
A little bit of lag apparently, and Go-Go gets called. This Overlord surviving. As everything sets, third base comes down. Reaper sees the hatchery, and yeah, nothing too exciting to report so far. There's a 1-1-1 opening here. Do expect to see a third TC come down relatively soon, but there's gonna be a Liberator. Okay. Replicant looking to be a little bit annoying in the mineral lines. Yeah. Reaper and the two Hellions just poking around, trying to get a little bit annoying. They do get a drone and pull out in time, not taking any shots from the Queen, so everything pretty standard. There's the third CC. It's going to form part of the wall, so and Replicant starting the SCV, the supply depot wall in front of the third CC anyway, so once the CC is ready to lift off and go to the desired location, the wall will be in place, and it's nice to see Replicant preparing for that. Liberator making its way around the backers. Overlord does see the positioning of the Reaper and the Hellions as Liberator's gonna siege up and gets a Queen. Oof. Gets a Queen and a drone. As the Spore Crawler just finishes up just a few seconds too late, and Liberator's gonna get an opportunity to reposition itself as the Spore Crawler once again doing a little dance here as the Reaper and the Hellions are nibbling at the front. Yeah, this Liberator being really annoying here. These Aliens and Reapers, they can dive in there, get a couple Zerglings there, but no real lost mining time. Another Liberator now kind of sieges up around a natural basin. Ooh, gets one drone so far. The repositioning of that Spore Crawler is going to force the Liberator to unsiege, and oh, Trifax doing a pretty good job here of minimizing how much damage he takes from the Aliens and the Reaper. They do spot that the fourth base is going down. This Liberator harass from a Replicant is actually really, really good. Another 3 workers going down. Ooh, and so far the Queens and Ling's out of position here, and there's going to be quite a few dead drones. 15 drones so far going down as Trifax caught just a little bit out of position, but that's going to be pretty much a complete cleanup here. So the cost of 15 drones, though, I don't think that's too favorable for Trifax. 1-1 on the way here for Replicant, or for both players, as Baneling speed starts. This Liberator again, another two drones going down. Wow, this Liberator harass from Replicant's been so good. Sixth base is on the way for Trifax. I think once he's taken care of the Hellions and the Reaper, he sort of knows he's got a bit of time on his hands, and the map presence of Replicant gets taken away as Lynx do get a pretty good surround there, and they are going to force a lift off. There's 9 more drones on the way for Trifax. Trifax trying to replace that drone count that got taken away with those Hellions and Reapers diving in there. That was a really serious drone barbecue there. These Stim Marines are going to come in. They do get a Queen pretty much instantaneously. Lings and Banes are going to be able to drive this back. There's another double medevac loadout here that's heading south. I don't know if that was... yeah, it's going back. Yeah, Replicant sending the wrong group to the wrong places. Medevacs do unload. Trifax doing a pretty good job of driving away both. Oh, that's a nice connection there. Trifax doing a good job of driving away both of these harassments from Replicant, and yeah, in a pretty good position. 26 more Lings on the way, 2-2 on the way for both players. So both players in a pretty good position. Trifax 8 more drones, so looking to get up to 80-90 drones at the moment, and really trying to stay on that Ling Bane composition. Replicant though getting drilling claws, so looks like it's gonna be Marine Marauder Mine as yeah, Trifax getting the jump rather quickly on this forward position here for Replicant, and yeah, it's gonna force a lift off. It's gonna drive that back, and Replicant really driven back to his 4th base. So Trifax got quite a bit of map presence. I mean, the creep spread here on the north side is already halfway through the map. It's starting to encroach on the Replicant side of the map, so 4 more creep tumors coming down. So Trifax doing a really good position of having some good map presence, and yeah, Replicant now going to drop some of that creep back, because Trifax getting some really good Baneling connections there. Probably not the most economical trade, but pretty decent. Replicant though going to pick up and get out of there, as Trifax quite a... oh, that was really unfortunate there. That would have mine didn't get the connection that it wanted to. Oh, Those banelings though, taking out a couple supply depots as Replicant with quite a few marines on the north side of the map here. Bringing actually majority of his army up here to defend his Trifax. Could be setting up for a little bit of a run, but he does have an army positioned on the south side here. There's a lot more banelings are morphing in here. A few Reapers in... Oh, there was such a good Widow Mine connection. They're taking out most of those banelings. There's the majority of the army for Replicants on the north side of the map here. Trifax though, looks like he's going to try get in, sneak into this third base location. The banelings do bust down the wall and these lings are going to get in here. Replicant pulling all of his army back to deal with this. That tank getting taken out, so quite a successful counter attack as Replicant sending his army across the map. Trifax pulling back, realizing that he's going to need to defend this attack. Trifax coming in from a number of angles here, and yeah, good drawing of those Widow Mines away from the bulk of his army. Keeps majority of the Link's Banes alive, and Replicant picks up and gets out of there. Setting up a 6th base in the 3 o'clock position, so looking to have a decent launch pad as Replicant pushing down the south side. Trifax setting up a serious run bar on the north side here. It is a planetary fortress, so Trifax throwing in a couple more Banes. Probably going to try Baneling bust down that base and stop all mining there. Replicant with the scans, trying to keep tabs on where Trifax position. Yeah, a couple of Banelings doing majority of the damage on that planetary, and the Lings doing the rest of the work as Replicant's got quite a deep Widow Mine, line here, so supplies fairly even after that trade. Trifax getting the remaining Lings into the natural here of Replicant. It's going to pull majority of Replicant's army back home. There's a couple Lings now going to start to work with. Oh, forced the lift off. Yeah, there we go, forced the lift off. Lings come back. Trifax trying to keep Replicant busy. A couple burrowed Lings are going to force a scan, and Replicant clearing up the creep on his side of the map. There's the scan. Clears out the Link. Replicant going to continue mining at that 12 o'clock position. Meanwhile, the mispressed swarm host. Oh, a couple lurkers now. Lurkers in a really good position here. They're going to start to work away at these at this mineral. 9 SCVs going down, and yeah, so far nothing to actually contend with these lurkers. Or a couple lurkers getting caught. Unfortunately there for Trifax, just a bad rally going around the long way around, but there's one Liberator trying to take on a Viper here in the natural base of Trifax's. Trifax, oh, some great Baneling connections there, taking out the majority of Replicant's army on the front lines, and Trifax sort of weathering the storm there. Replicant is gaining a bit of momentum, and such a good Baneling connection. There's yeah, another planetary fortress here. Trifax not having the Banelings he needs to actually deal with this planetary. He's gonna unburrow his lurkers and move elsewhere. Cloak on the Ghost Academy is being done now, so Replicant getting the correct answers to deal with these lurkers. Ghosts with their snipes doing really good. Trifax really trying to deny mining on this 4th base location here for Replicant. A couple ghosts being yoinked into the lurker ranges. Another 4 lurker siege up here. Replicant doing a pretty good job of dealing with these lurkers. Liberators, tanks and ghosts. A deadly combination against lurkers is Liberators are now going to spot that there's a hatchery up in the top left hand corner. They are rallied. Yeah, they're going to rally up into the main basin. There's double spore crawlers, triple spore crawlers here at this position. Well, Trifax really not looking to dart to any sort of drops or Liberator harass. Oh, that Liberator gets out and he's going to actually manage to siege up and doesn't actually get any kills, unfortunately. Trifax go for a counter attack while Replicant's gonna try push up this 9 o'clock position, and Trifax just gonna evacuate, get all the drones out of there, or as many drones as he can, while doing a counter attack on the other side. 15 SCVs going down. Lurkers siege up this base, and yeah, these lurkers, they force the CC to lift. The rest of the lurkers are actually gonna head home and have to deal with this attack from Replicants. As Liberator sieging up, that's a really good siege for the Liberators, and yeah, Hydra is gonna deal with these Liberators. That takes out all the Liberators, and right now it's just the Marine Marauder forces. A couple of Ghosts and 2 Marauders are gonna take out this top left hand basin. Trifax getting his base count reset a little bit. Looks like this Spore Crawler is going to die, unfortunately, but yeah, no creep there. Replicant floating his CC back into the 9 o'clock, into the 3 o'clock position. Retakes the 12 o'clock position as well, so scan to see if Trifax is mining from that base right now. Replicant only mining from 2 bases, now starting to mine from the 3rd, as the mains are pretty much mined out for both players. Replicant completely, main and natural, completely mined out, so yeah, Replicant looking to get quite a bit done here. Oh. Replicant sieging this location around the Zalnaga watchtowers. Couple ghosts going down. There's some banelings gonna truck crash in from the north. The tanks though alerted to their position and start target firing down those banelings, and it's gonna be a nice hold there by Replicant. One lurker sieging this 12 o'clock position is gonna deny mining there, as well as Replicant gonna rotate around, and looks like he's gonna get this base on the bottom side here. Trifax not going to be able to keep that one alive, as he is looking to clean up here. Tank getting a couple shots off, and Replicant just going to start to step back here and try and get as much value out of these few units and medevacs as he can. Trifax immediately remaking that base. The base at the 9 o'clock position has also been remade, as some drones are still long distance mining here. They're going to get taken out by this little hit force of Replicant, as Trifax once again going to lose this 9 o'clock position base. Broodling's going to force this back. Oh, pretty decent split there by Trifax, who's going to get us around on these Marines and Marauders, and that's a nice catch. Just trying to get as much as he can. Some good lurker shots there, getting quite a few SCVs. As Replicant going a little bit too far into lurker range there, and yeah, a couple cloaked ghosts are. Wow, that SCV almost betraying the cloaked ghosts. Trifax reestablishing this base in the bottom side. This 9 o'clock base is almost up and running as well, so Both players with not a lot of mining going on. Trifax just barely ahead, and the mining has a bit of a run by here as Trifax really looking to minimize as much mining as possible. Harpoons are tanking to Lurkify, and yeah, Harpoons a couple ghosts as well. Trifax seems to be gaining a little bit of momentum here. Yeah, there's another tank yoinked from the high ground into the low ground, and Trifax with a supply lead here, but yeah, he's gonna get driven away by the reinforcements of Replicant. Replicant gonna deny mining here at this 9 o'clock position once again, so both of these players just duking it out. A single drop here on the south side as well on this bottom base. Also gonna deny mining there, but you know, a couple of Hydras showing up is gonna force Replicant to lift up and get out of there. Oh, that medevac going down. Trifax with the cleanup, and 22 minutes in and we're hovering around 100 supply for both players, so it's really turning out to be a slugfest. This Replicant up 12 workers at the moment, so a couple good shots from those lurkers. Viper's getting some good harpoons on these tanks, and yeah, there goes a Liberator. Viper's getting a lot of value. Replicant has managed to get a 3 o'clock base up and running, so it's starting to mine from this right hand side, which is good to see. He still hasn't landed the CC in the there's a lurker denying mining there. Siege Liberator is going to deal with that, and Replicant's going to start to mine a little bit more than Trifax, I think. Trifax again trying to set up this 9 o'clock position. Oof. Lurker getting quite a few good shots off on that bio army. Not able to get the final kill though. Trifax doesn't have +3 for his lurkers. He's looking to pull the trigger here though. Lurkers are going to move forward, burrow, and that's going to break the line a little bit. As yeah, Trifax sieges up his lurkers. This is going to be a successful
Game paused.
Looks like one of the other co-casters is
Game resumed.
having a bit of a connectivity issue. Really unfortunate timing there, as Trifax was really looking to pull the trigger. Replicant with another drop on the south side is going to deny mining at this base one more time. Wow. Replicant doing such a good job at
Game paused.
denying mining. Quite a few pauses here. I think we still have a lag issue from HTT having a little bit of connectivity issues here. Trifax not too bothered, says 1 2 3 Replicant. Thank you, Go-Go. Go-Go gets called and
Game resumed.
the game is going to resume. A Burrowedling is gonna stop the CC from landing, so Trifax gonna siege up on this third base location again. Gonna deny mining. I mean, there isn't too many minerals here, but it is more about a point to push off from. I mean, there's over 1,000 minerals here, so. But this is a base that I don't think Replicant can afford to lose. Look, a siege up. There's another 16 workers going down. This is going to be a dead CC, and Replicant now down to 17 SCVs. Not mining any gas at all. Oh, there's just a little bit of gas income now, but Trifax looking to pull the trigger here. A couple of siege tanks, yep. There we go, siege tank gets yoinked in by the Vipers, and Replicant's got an equivalent amount of army supply, but I think Trifax is just in a slightly better position. A little bit of a drop here, which has been really annoying the whole game, and that's going to be picked up and I'm going to pick up and get out of there. Oh, those spore crawlers do actually get the damage as Replicant once again coming in at the 9 o'clock position. This is the umpteenth time that is denied mining here. Not going to get the base kill this time, but he's going to force a lift off. Unfortunately for Replicant, there's 2 spore crawlers and a Hydralisk there. I don't think that he's going to be able to drop them. 1 parasitic bomb might just be enough to take out. Yeah, that's 2 dead Medivacs, and there's a lot of army supply that I don't think Replicant can afford to lose at the moment. Trifax in a better position, but neither player looking rosy. This one burrowing still being really annoying, denying mining here, forcing some long distance mining in. Wow. Trifax able to take that one out and tie up the scores. Wow, what a game 2 that was. A little bit of lag and quite a few pauses there, but in the end I think it was really nicely done by both players. Both players slugging out for that entire game in such a low income game. I think both players playing really, really well. Our third map of the evening is going to be black. It's going to be Pride of Altara, sorry. And if the lineups are as I think they are, we are going to have young Yakov up against Shameless, so it's going to be another Zerg player on the side of Team CSO. HTT though, I'm not too sure what race Shameless plays, but that being said, the scores are tied 1-1, so both teams needing to win the next 2 games to take the victory. If both teams take a point each, we'll be heading into an ace match, and that might take a bit of time to decide who's playing the ace match. Just waiting on waiting for a lobby link for the next game, so here we are. Pride of Altaris is going to be our next map. One of the players having a little bit of difficulty joining, so looks like we might just rehost this one. But yeah, it is going to be a ZVP. Wow, we're getting all the games this evening. Yeah, it looks like everyone's in and ready to go. You can hear the countdown ticking away. A Grandmaster PVZ. Let's see what this has in store for us. Pride of Altaris versus. It is going to be Young Yakov versus Burn to Trap, so spawning over in the bottom right hand corner, Pride of Altaris. 4-team HTT with the blue Protoss probes. It's Burn to Trap. And in the top left hand corner with the red Zerg drones. 4-team CSO, it's Young Yakov. Bit of lag to start this one off. Right, once again. Seems to be having some serious connectivity issues, unfortunately. Wow. Really, really unfortunate. As this Protoss, as the probe of Burn to Trap heads off, he's going to scout it. Yakov is going for a gold base, so Burn to Trap. Having seen Young Yakov, having seen this strategy played by one of the pros recently, I'm disappointed. I don't exactly know who it was. I did watch the game that this happened on, and it was quite well held. Might have been GSL. But yeah, Yakov opting to go for that gold base really early on as Burn to Trap. Just gonna wall off at the natural, so pretty much standard play from Burn to Trap. Yakov doing a pretty serious drone transfer here. On drones transferring to the gold, so It's going to be a really serious mineral boost here for Yakov. Going to trap well aware that of this, does see everything that's going on. I'll start to nibble away at these drones, and well, some links do pop out, and they are going to be able to push that probe away. Will they get the kill? Oh, they might not. No, they won't get the kill. That probe lives to fight another day. As this adept is going to come into the gold base of Yakov, and it's going to shade towards the natural expansion on the way. This is one of the things about the gold base, taking the gold base, is your units are so far apart, but yeah, shade of this adept is going to move up into this mineral line. Yeah, he's going to let it finish. Gets one drone so far, and looks like it's going to be able to shade out. Oh, the shade just doesn't finish in time. Yeah, the adept at the gold base being a little bit annoying, as Yakov is pretty much fully saturated this gold base. First Oracle on the way, so he's going to be Oracle into Void for Burn to Trap. Yakov, oh, almost getting in here. Lings are actually going to get, oh, is that a full wall? Yeah, there's a full wall there for Burn to Trap, so. Ooh, 2 queens and a spore crawler there ready to defend against this Oracle, so. Yakov not taking too much damage from the Oracle. As the first Void Ray pops up, clears up the Overlord that was heading into the main. +1 air weapons on the way for Burn to Trap, so. And another Stargate, so. A lot more Stargate units, I presume. Burn to Trap taking his third base in this normal triangle location. Both players pretty even on workers at the moment. Both players looking to take up. Oh, that probe on hold position did such a good job of buying the Void Ray. Quite a bit of time. 2 probes going down so far. And 2 pretty bruised up probes as well, so. Five gases so far for Yakov. Roach Warren and +1 Masala attacks. These Lings getting a little bit of structure damage while they're working their way through the shields, and a little bit of structure damage, but not too much. Wow, that's, yeah, that was not going to be a good shade to finish. Burn to Trap still with 2 adepts on the map. Just looking to be a little bit annoying. But otherwise, both players just taking up Yakov. Sacrificing a few Lings here and there. Just trying to get some vision of where Burn to Trap is. The adept's over at the 9 o'clock position. Yeah, that Oracle unfortunately died earlier, so. Burn to Trap now making 2 voids at a time. +1 air weapons about to finish, so. Looking to hit. Pretty decent timing. Oh, 1 Ling is going to do a pretty good job at alerting Yakov that voids are on the way. Quite a few voids here. Good transfusion there by Yakov to keep that queen alive. 5 voids. They do pick off another overlord, but Yakov with enough supply. Oh, some roaches get in here, and yeah, that's going to deny quite a bit of mining time. Void rays going to start to work their way through these roaches, and yeah, this is just super annoying to deal with right now. Is the rest of the voids? Oh, the rest of the voids. One void escaping quite a serious amount of hull damage. As one random Ling in the main base is just starting to nibble away at his probes. Yeah, gets a probe. Wow. Fourth base going up for burn to trap. So these two players on even bases at the moment. Yakov mining from that gold base, so does have a bit of a income advantage, but I mean not for long. He starts his fifth base at the 9 o'clock position, so not too much creep spread heading out this way. There are now 14 mutas on the map, so let's see what Yakov manages to get done with these mutas. They are going to head into this fourth base location as the Voids and an Archon are heading up the middle of the map. These mutas are getting 13 probe kills so far, 14 probe kills. There's nothing really at home to deal with these Mutalisks. A couple Stalkers get warped in, and there are a few cannons protecting this mineral line, but this Mutalisk's taking down a pylon, unpowering three of these gateways. Cannon and a couple Phoenixes are going to start to try to deal with these Mutalisks, but I mean, Yakov is pulling the trigger here. Roaches and Ravagers attacking the third base here. Mutalisks getting 26 probes in total. Corrosive Biles landing on a couple Stalkers, but not much. Oh. Burn to trap calling GG, and I think Yakov just hitting a pretty serious timing there. Wow. Very nicely done. As yeah, I think those Mutalisks just throwing Burn to trap off a little bit. I actually didn't see what happened to all these voids, if they'd committed across the map and died. There was just so much going on there, and Yakov getting the job done, I guess. Wow, very, very nicely done. Blackburn is going to be possibly our last map of the evening. If Team HTT get this map, we will get thrown into an ace where each team then has to nominate a player to play the ace match. So CSO technically on match point. Yeah, looks like we're ready to go. I mean, Rhyme is playing this final map against Moonbeam, and I do hope he's sorted out his connectivity issues, because we are going to get the reverse of the previous game, and there's going to be a ZVP. This time Rhyme is the Zerg and Moonbeam is the Protoss. Let's see if Zergs will overpower the Protoss, or if Moonbeam can close this series out for Team CSO. In the bottom right hand corner of Blackburn, with the pink Zerg drones, for Team HTT it's Rhyme. And in the bottom left hand corner, with the teal Protoss probes, for Team CSO it's Moonbeam. He's gonna be a pool first for Rhyme. And a gold base. Okay. Yeah, pool first gold base, so taking the gold pretty early seems to be the strategy on maps when that's available. Moonbeam is going to scout pretty early, so he does see that it is a pool first. Is he going to go scout for the gold? That's the question. Yes, he's going to scout for the gold, so he's going to be alerted to the fact that Rhyme might be looking to hit pretty early on, so Moonbeam might have to take a bit more of a measured response. 6 lings. 4 now, 2 more on the way. Lings are going to see this drone, or the drone probes are going to see the lings, so Moonbeam, well aware that this is happening. Drones transferring to the gold base, so yeah, Rhyme just making sure. Oh. Yeah, these 6 lings, a couple probes, yeah, 2 zealots, and that should be enough to turn this away. A couple probes here as well. Yeah, there we go. The lings do get turned away, and yeah, Rhyme doing a pretty decent job. Fully saturating this gold base, and he's actually going to get quite a bit of a mineral boost from it. Droning up quite heavily. No army units so far for Rhyme. For Rhyme. Apart from the lings, only drones for the moment. Moonbeam chronoing workers, chronoing warp gates. So 2 extra gateways coming down. No shield battery in the wall. So these 2 zealots taking a leisurely stroll around the corner of the map. Rhyme throwing down a 3rd base in the natural location. There's a proxy pylon on the high ground here at the 12 o'clock position. I do quite like that. Yeah, 4 adepts and 2 zealots so far. Maybe 5 adepts and 2 zealots for Moonbeam here at the north side of the map. I think, yeah, these adepts are just going to move in and just deny a little bit of mining here. So far 2 drones going down, and looks like the spore crawler is going to get taken care of. Ling speed, I mean, only a 1/3 of the way down now, so wow. I'm a little bit behind in that regard, but yeah, these queens going to be able to turn away these adepts, but these adepts still being really annoying, denying mining. As There's a Dark Shrine is on the way and Glaive, so it looks like Moonbeam's really just going to stick to gateway units. Quite a few roaches are on the way as well for Rhyme, so I do wonder if Rhyme's looking to pull the triggers. Yeah, these steps are going to come in here. They do start to work away at this queen. They do get one queen, and they don't finish the shade, so they're good. Definitely looking to commit into this goal base. 2 queens going down so far, as the Lings do get us around on these adepts, and I don't think any will get out. Well, 2 actually do get out, but a couple roaches here to clean them up, and it's going to be the end of the aggression here for Moonbeam. Rhyme gonna send these units across the map. We've got roaches and Lings. A couple Lings starting to work their way through the wall here. Oh.
Game paused.
Rhyme still struggling with connectivity. A little bit of lag. As a couple DTs here.
Game resumed.
Yeah, I like the fact that Moonbeam gets the DTs out of the way, not to reveal themselves. As the lair only starts now 4 arms, so is that the first depot chamber? It is, so Moonbeam taking this 12 o'clock position, which is not something we see very often. It's going to be Blink, so let's have a look-see. Moonbeam taking a sort of standard 3rd base location. This adept going to be able to drive away these Lings that are trying to do a little bit of harassment. I do wonder if... Oh. Oh. Warp Prism actually does a pretty good job of lifting up the DTs into the main base, but a Spore Crawler is going to be able to reveal those DTs, and those DTs do get out of there. I do wonder if the plan is now to, yeah, there we go, morph 2 Archons and go in for a double Archon drop. Rhyme, after taking a bit of time to get going, is going to start to tick all the boxes, and yeah, observing these Archons are going to be able to start to clean up a little bit of this creep and deny the vision that Rhyme has this pretty serious group of roaches. Is going to be able to drive this away, so yeah, Archons, whoa, they do a pretty good job of, oh no, oh yes, Rhyme does see that thanks to the Overseer. Rhyme does see that there is the 12 o'clock base here for Moonbeamers. These 2 Archons are going to start to work away at some of these Lings, and some good Warp Prism micro is actually going to get quite a bit of purchase here for these Archons. One of the Archon shields getting pretty low. Yep, Moonbeam really don't want to be losing those units. As Rhyme with quite a serious army supply lead here. There are 3 mortals out, so yeah, Moonbeam gonna be in a little bit of trouble if Rhyme pulls the trigger right now, because there's only 1 shield battery here, and Rhyme has a pretty serious army here. Rhyme's gonna look to come in and take out this 3rd base. Yeah, I mean, these Lings gonna come around, get the block in on this army of Moonbeamers. Corrosive Biles do come down. couple of the immortals going down. There's only one immortal remaining. And there's... yeah, GG. GG to Ram. Ram pulls the trigger and gets the job done. And it looks like we're heading to an ace match. Zerg seeming to be a little bit too powerful for the Protosses this evening. And like I said, I don't know what the map is going to be for this ace match, but the teams now have to speak amongst themselves and decide who's playing the ace match. And yeah, I'll throw us into a short break while all the administration work happens, and yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Stick around. Shout out to Carbot for letting us use their content. It throws us into a really cool Carbot animation, so if you don't, please consider subscribing and following their channel. They make some really cool StarCraft animations and other animations as well, but we're all about the StarCraft this evening, so stick around, enjoy their content, and we'll be back with the ace match between CSO and HTT. Don't go anywhere.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, we retake our homeworld. We retake home. We retake. Go, go, go! Let's rock! The void hungers. Do not make me. The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion.
Welcome back, everybody. Ace match has been chosen. The players have readied up and we're ready to kick this one off. It is going to be a burn to trap, aka Shameless, against Acheron. And it's going to be on Curious Minds. Let's introduce these players. In the top left hand corner, the green Terran SCVs. Once again for CSO, it's Acheron. And in the bottom right hand corner with the blue Protoss probes for Team HTT, burn to trap. Oh, and it's a proxy gate. So we've had really standard games, all 4 games so far tonight, and oh, burn to trap looks like he's really trying to deny this barracks from finishing. Is Acheron going to scout this? Oh, he's not. The AI, the pathing chosen by the SCV heading across the map is going to miss that this proxy, and wow, Acheron, oh, just narrowly missing that. I mean, let's have a yeah, Acheron just narrowly missing that, unfortunately. But that chrono boosted Zealot is going to come out, and it's going to get a cancel on this low ground CC. The Reaper is going to be able to, oh, Reaper will out micro the Zealot, so looks like this Reaper is, oh, might get the kill on the Zealot. Another Zealot joining his friend is oh, Acheron really trying to get, oh, does get one Zealot, very nicely done. The CC has been forced to be relocated up into onto the high ground. Back home, nothing just yet. Warp gate has started, and there's now a stalker, so a bunker is starting as well for Acheron on the high ground. So a reactor on the barracks, so he's going to start to build 2 marines at a time. Burn to trap though. Doing a good job of buying as much time as he can. The bunker does finish and the marine pops into the bunker, so Acheron gonna be safe at home for now. Still not mining off of a second base as the Reaper makes its way across the map. And yeah, let's see if this, how much this Reaper can get done at home. Still no mining on the natural base, so Acheron aware of that now. A shield battery in the mineral line here is going to keep all the probes alive, but yeah. Stalker on the high ground, Stalker on the low ground. Unlucky for Acheron, who's not going to be able to keep that Reaper alive. He has proxied the starport in the south 6 o'clock position here, so going to follow up with some cloak banshees. Robo facility on the way now, so an observer quite a ways away right now, but definitely in the pipeline. So these banshees will probably hit, or banshee will probably hit, maybe 2, probably hit just before the observer comes out. So Acheron looking to get economic damage of his own. Burn to trap up 10 workers currently. Acheron respecting the Protoss and having quite a bit of army supply at home. Oh, that's a very quick third base here by Burn to trap. So yeah, Acheron pocketing that first Banshee. Gonna wait for 2 Banshees to one-shot probes. That shield battery in the main will negate sort of 1 Banshee. Yeah, and that's for full energy shield battery. So, and a robotics bay on the way. So Burn to trap going for a cheeky third base and looking to take up relatively quickly. Second Banshee about to pop as 5 Stalkers make their way across to the other side of the map. One Stalker positioned at the 12 o'clock position just to see any sort of move out, medevac move outs as yeah, this starport is gonna lift off and head home. These 2 Banshees are gonna come in and they're gonna get 5, 6, 7 probes so far. Oh no, there we go. 8 probes, 9 probes. Wow. The observer only being chronoed out now, so absolutely no mining happening from the main base here of Burn to trap. Acheron turning off the cloak, and the Banshees will get out of there. Observer's now done, and these probes are gonna head back to the main to carry on mining. Acheron still has no idea. Oh, now he knows. Oh, yeah, he should know. There we go. Gonna take out this reinforcing pylon, and he does leave the gateway, so Burn to trap should know that Acheron's moving across the map with his army. Yeah, he's gonna sack the third base. Yeah, a couple Stalkers here. Stalkers do have blink, so they do blink out of there. This is gonna be a dead third base here. Put them on even bases for the moment. Acheron starting to build up a few units back at home. So these 6 Stalkers, whoa, the Stalkers are going to blink forward. They do get the tanks. So Acheron losing quite a bit of firepower back at home. But these Stalkers, 2 Stalkers going down and 3 really badly bruised at the moment. So yeah, they are going to get. Oh, I was going to say they are going to get cleaned up, but in the meantime, Acheron sieging. Yeah, wow. Acheron sieging the natural base of Burn to trap, and Burn to trap not getting the counter damage that he was looking for. And Acheron going to close this out for Team CSO. Wow. That was a pretty explosive 8 minutes. 8-minute TVP, and GG's to both teams. wow, I mean, I'm still a little shell shocked that game was, I mean, rockets and fireworks from start to finish, and Akron actually able to get the victory. The double cloak Banshee really getting so much done, and yeah, I mean, from the cloak Banshees, it sort of just spiraled in Akron's favor, and he was able to close it out for Team CSO, taking this week's taking this week's uh, Valhalla Division 4 victory. Wow. Well done to both teams, and a big shout out to CSO. Big shout out to CSO for taking that victory. So stay tuned. We'll return next week. We should be another game next week, if I'm not mistaken. I do stand to be correct, but there'll probably be another game next week. So yeah, tune in then for the next clan war. My name's Linglad, and on behalf of Team CSO, I just want to thank you for joining us. Thanks to Team HTT for taking us all the way to an ace match. Unlucky to Shameless, aka Burn to Trap. But well done to everyone, GG's, and I look forward to having you guys around next time. It's been a pleasure, and once again, shout out to Carbot for letting us use their content, and big shout out to the viewers for sticking through for this week's Clan War. Until next time, thank you.